Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Please hit the like, subscribe and share because it really helps, and thank you very much. Because we're doing the goddesses, it seems really important that I need to mention the lunar goddesses. And again, nothing is fact, it's myth, it's folklore, and it's just personal preference, okay? So please don't take it as fact, it's myth. It's stories that have gone centuries by and been passed down, and nothing's fact. Nothing. But the lunar goddess is a central figure to many mythologies in different cultures around the whole world. The moon is associated with the divine feminine. She descends from higher spiritual realms into the physical world. She comes to bestow her blessings, guidance, healing, her grace. She embraces her direct participation in your life, will help you bring balance and harmony in yourself. The lunar goddesses, they are seen as the absolute manifestation of the divine feminine. Honoring her glowing presence creates a sense of calmness and peace. She helps us to see the wholeness within ourselves, let's say. Regardless of the different sort of traditions and the practices, the lunar goddesses, they're very universally seen as the manifestation of feminine energy, clarity, compassion, that unconditional love. Tend to lead us on a journey of self-discovery, healing and inner peace. In her presence, we can be in enlightenment with physical and spiritual realms. She can help us unleash our true potential and find our inner strength. The spiritual practices of a lunar goddess are obviously practiced at the lunar cycle, and it does vary, but even though it varies, you can see how they do all intertwine together too. Everybody's got different beliefs, like I say, and there's different ones, but you can see the interlinks. So let's look at the ancient Greek myth of Selene. She's depicted driving her yellow glowing chariot, powered, well, they say yellow, but probably more gold, powered by beautiful white horses pulling the bright moon across the sky every night. Her powers include the ability to ease childbirth, inspire love, mask reality, and pierce illusion. She also has the powers surrounding dreams and intuition, visiting people in their dreams, providing guidance. Selene is known for a fierce draw towards creative expression, yearning for sensual activity, and the energy that surrounds heightened emotions. She fell in love with Endymion, a mortal man who was granted immortality by Zeus. Endymion was put in eternal sleep in his cave upon Mount, was it Mount Etmos? And Selene would visit him every night. She personifies the moon. The different phases of the moon represents life's balances and changes. The different constant changes that we go through life is represented in the moon. And then there's the fact that the Titans, I think it was Hyperion and Theia, are the parents of Selene as well. They were her parents. But Selene is probably an older one, and more recently I've not come across anybody that practices anything towards Selene, but the story of how the sun dies every evening so that the moon can live because he loves her. So that's the kind of thing we're dealing with in that kind of story aspect. And it like I say, it's just, it's myth. Artemis, obviously the daughter of Zeus and Leto, and the twin. She was Apollo's twin, remember. She's protector of animals, spends most of her time with the animals in the forest, but she also symbolises pure focus on healing. She is the Greek goddess of hunting, wilderness, and the moon. She is seen wearing a crescent moon, sort of a crown on her head. She is the Virgin Goddess and is sworn to never get married nor lay herself naked with a man. So therefore she's seen as a pure goddess of the moon. The probably the younger, if you put them into sections of, maiden, mother and crone, then you would definitely have Artemis as a maiden, mother and crone, maybe Selene the mother and Diana the crone, but it kind of depends. You could switch them up, I suppose. But yes, Diana is Roman mythology. She's goddess of the hunt, the moon, and the underworld. Identified with Artemis, she is said to communicate with wild animals and control their movements and behaviours. In ancient Roman religion, she is considered to be the goddess of chastity, however, was revered by women for help during conception and childbirth. Her symbols are a bow and quiver, the hound and the deer. Working with lunar goddesses means you go by the cycles, so full moon, new moon, full moon to dark moon. It's all about when's the right time for you, but then you've also got to think, what goddess do I need for this particular phase of the moon? So people would generally just praise and compliment how beautiful she is, thank the moon for lighting the way on the darkest of nights. When we look at a new moon, it generally is the beginning of a cycle in our lives, and we can shed things to begin anew, end things to start something new. It's all about honouring her, saying a prayer, lighting a candle, reading poetry, meditating, yoga, anything that connects you with the divine feminine or the sacred feminine, recognising patterns that are not in alignment with your highest good will help you realise how better you can be, and this will raise your vibration. Having an altar and an image for a lunar goddess it's a good way to it because it gives you something to focus on. You focus on that particular area, that energy. Candles that are lit are generally white to represent the radiance of the lunar goddess, and usually there are crystals such as quartz and such, just because, again, they signify clear purity. But there's many that are used. You can invoke, obviously, visualize, become engulfed in the energy, express unconditional love and compassion, let go of any energy within you that's really not needed. But the main thing is to express gratitude and be thankful and look at you as a person deep within yourself. What habits could you change? What things about yourself could you improve? Where could you improve this in your life? That's what it's about. It's all about looking at ourselves and raising our vibrations. But those are just 3 typical lunar goddesses that people generally associate with lunar cycles, and they're all used at different times. But again, with Diana and Artemis, there's others. Selene is rarely used. There's many others, of course, but those are the ones that I can say I know of, sort of. But remember, it's not fact. It is myth and stories. So thank you for listening. I appreciate it very much, and many blessings.